See, look, I can't even talk about him. What's he? I love the Lord. Oh, I sure do love the Lord. And if I live, he like my bullshit ass singing. Hold on, wait for it. I don't know why he likes my singing. Hey, bro. I ain't gonna keep singing. You know why? Because I can't sing. So I've been trying to stop trying to hold him too, because he's spoiled. Like, he only likes me holding him. Baby, you spoiled. You spoiled, Chucky Man.
Something strange just exploded across the internet, and people are reacting like they just witnessed the trailer for the messiest reality show ever created. A viral clip involving Chrisean Rock and her son Chrisean Jesus Porter, known to fans as Junior, is spreading across timelines faster than celebrity breakup rumors. The moment of footage started circulating, the internet collectively stopped scrolling and leaned closer to their screens like they were watching a mystery unfold in real time. Now social media is buzzing with questions, debates, and more hot takes than a sports talk show on championship night. Some viewers say the clip looks concerning and emotional, while others insist the internet might be exaggerating things like it always does. Either way, the reactions are pouring in by the thousands, and the discussion is getting louder with every passing hour. Within minutes, the timeline turned into a giant digital courtroom where everyone suddenly became a parenting expert, a relationship analyst, and a viral video detective. Memes started flying, arguments exploded in comment sections, and people began dissecting the footage like it was hidden evidence in a crime documentary. But here's the twist that has everyone glued to the story. If the debate keeps growing the way it is right now, this viral moment might become another chapter in the internet's favorite chaotic saga surrounding Chrissy. And at the moment the footage appeared online, the internet reacted the way it always does when a controversial clip surfaces. People stopped scrolling, replayed the video again and again, and started analyzing every second like detectives studying evidence in a documentary. Within hours, the name Chrisean Rock was trending again, and the clip involving her son Chrisean Jesus Porter had already reached millions of viewers. Social media doesn't move slowly when drama appears, and this moment spread across timelines like wildfire in dry grass. At first, the reaction was simple curiosity mixed with confusion. People wanted to understand what exactly they were seeing and whether the moment in the video had been taken out of context. Some viewers believe the clip showed a concerning situation that deserved attention and discussion. Others argued that short viral videos often remove important details and can create misleading impressions about what actually happened. But as the footage continued spreading, the tone of the conversation began changing. Comment sections filled with arguments, speculation, and emotional reactions from viewers who felt strongly about what they saw. One group of commenters said the moment looked troubling and raised questions about the environment surrounding JR. Another group insisted that the internet was overreacting again and turning a brief clip into a full-blown scandal. This type of online reaction has become almost predictable whenever Chrisean appears in viral headlines. Her life has unfolded publicly for years through music releases, live streams, interviews, and dramatic moments that keep fans constantly watching. Because of that history, many people already approach any new video involving her with strong opinions before even hearing the full story. And that context is important because Chrisean's relationship with the internet has always been intense. Every emotional moment she shares tends to spark debates that grow louder than a stadium concert. Supporters defend her fiercely and often remind critics that social media rarely sees the entire picture. Critics, on the other hand, argue that repeated viral controversies make it difficult to ignore patterns that appear in public. When the Junior footage began circulating, those two sides immediately clashed again. Supporters of Chrisean quickly pushed back against the criticism and accused the internet of bullying a young mother who is constantly under a microscope. They argued that raising a child while living in the public eye is already difficult without millions of strangers analyzing every moment. Meanwhile, critics insisted that the video deserved serious discussion rather than immediate dismissal. They argued that the clip raised questions about safety and parenting decisions that should not simply be brushed aside as internet gossip. That difference in perspective created a comment section battlefield that seemed to grow larger with every new repost of the footage. Of course, the internet rarely handles complex conversations quietly. As debates intensified, the memes arrived right on schedule. Some users compared the situation to an episode of Maury, joking that the internet had once again turned a serious topic into viral entertainment. Others posted sarcastic reactions suggesting that social media detectives were treating the clip like a mystery that needed solving. Despite the humor, the underlying concern among many viewers remained very real. Parenting conversations can quickly become emotional because they touch on topics people care deeply about. When those discussions happen online, the intensity multiplies because thousands of voices join the conversation at once. In this case, millions of viewers were sharing opinions simultaneously. Another reason the clip gained so much attention is that Chrisean has already been part of multiple viral moments involving her personal life. Her turbulent relationship history, emotional live streams, and unpredictable headlines have created a reputation for dramatic online moments. Because of that background, every new video connected to her tends to explode across the internet almost instantly. Influencers and commentary channels quickly noticed the viral momentum and began posting reaction videos. Some creators treated the situation with genuine concern and encouraged viewers to approach the topic carefully. Others leaned into the drama and narrated the clip like it was a shocking episode of a reality television series. Those reactions only made the story grow bigger because every commentary video introduced the clip to a new audience. Within a single day, the footage had traveled across multiple platforms and reached viewers who had never even followed Chrisean before. Viral moments have a strange ability to pull in people who would normally ignore the topic entirely. As the debate continued, many viewers began pointing out a bigger issue behind the controversy. Social media often reduces complicated personal situations into short clips that lack context. A few seconds of footage can trigger massive reactions even though the audience has no knowledge of what happened before or after the moment. That reality creates a strange environment where speculation spreads faster than verified information. By the time anyone provides clarification, millions of people may have already formed strong opinions based on incomplete details. The Chrisean and Junior clips seem to follow that exact pattern as the discussion continued growing. Still, the emotional responses showed that viewers were not simply chasing gossip. Many people genuinely expressed concern and hoped that the situation surrounding Junior was safe and stable. Others urged the internet to stop attacking Chrisean and remember that viral criticism can have serious effects on someone's mental health. The longer the video circulated, the clearer one thing became. This story was no longer just about a short clip involving Chrisean and Junior. It had become another massive debate about parenting, privacy, and the unpredictable power of viral content. And the tension was only beginning to build. Because when the internet starts arguing this loudly about a single piece of footage, the next stage usually brings even more reactions, more commentary, and far more chaos than anyone expects. Just when people thought the conversation might start cooling down, the internet did what it always does when controversy appears. The clip kept spreading across new platforms, and suddenly millions of people who had never even followed Chrisean Rock were watching the footage involving Chrisean Jesus Porter. Reaction videos popped up everywhere, each creator offering their own interpretation like commentators reviewing a controversial sports replay. The more people talked about it, the bigger the story became, and the internet's curiosity only grew louder. Within hours, the timeline turned into a chaotic mix of debates, sarcasm, and emotional arguments. Some viewers expressed genuine concern about Junior and said the moment in the clip looked uncomfortable or worrying. Others argued that the internet was doing what it always does by turning a few seconds of footage into a full-blown investigation. In other words, the discussion quickly split into two loud sides that refused to agree on anything. Memes began flooding social media faster than breaking news alerts. Some users joked that the internet had once again turned into a giant courtroom where everyone suddenly believed they were an expert in parenting and psychology. Others sarcastically compared the situation to an episode of Maury, imagining dramatic music playing while viewers argued about what the video really meant. The jokes spread quickly, but the underlying tension behind them never really disappeared. Meanwhile, influencers and online commentators started amplifying the story even further. Popular streamers hosted live discussions where thousands of viewers watched them replay the clip repeatedly while analyzing every tiny detail. Some creators approached the topic carefully and reminded their audiences that viral clips rarely show the full story. Others leaned fully into the spectacle and narrated the situation like it was a shocking scene from a reality television finale. As the debates intensified, more theories started appearing across social media threads. Some users suggested the clip was being misinterpreted because viewers lacked context about what happened before the recording began. Others insisted the moment looked troubling and deserved a serious conversation about parenting responsibilities. The clash between those two perspectives made the discussion grow louder with each passing hour. At the same time, supporters of Chrisean began defending her fiercely in comment sections. They argued that living in the public eye means every emotional moment becomes magnified under a microscope. Raising a child while millions of strangers analyze your life is already stressful without viral criticism spreading across the internet. For them, the backlash looked like another example of social media judging someone too quickly. Critics responded by saying concern should not automatically be dismissed as hate. They argued that viral discussions sometimes start because viewers genuinely care about a child's well-being. According to those voices, questioning a situation does not necessarily mean attacking the person involved. This difference in perspective turned the debate into a never-ending argument that stretched across multiple platforms. The entire situation started feeling less like a single viral clip and more like a massive social media spectacle. Every reaction video, every meme, and every opinion thread added another layer to the narrative. The algorithm noticed the engagement and continued pushing the footage into new timelines. In the digital age, controversy often spreads simply because people cannot stop talking about it. Even people who normally avoid celebrity gossip began weighing in with their opinions. Some said the internet had completely lost perspective and was exaggerating the situation for entertainment. Others believed ignoring potential concerns would be irresponsible if something serious was actually happening. The result was a conversation that grew larger than the video itself. Commentators began pointing out that viral parenting debates have become a recurring pattern online. A short clip appears, viewers react emotionally, and suddenly millions of strangers feel invested in a situation they know very little about. The internet creates instant narratives long before any official explanation appears. By the time clarity arrives, the debate has already traveled across the world. Through all the noise, one thing remained clear to anyone watching the drama unfold. The viral footage had triggered a wave of reactions that extended far beyond a single moment on camera. It had become another example of how quickly social media can transform personal situations into global discussions. And as the debate kept growing louder, the biggest question still remained unanswered. Was the internet reacting to something genuinely concerning? Or had millions of people simply turned a brief clip into another viral controversy? Because if history has taught us anything about the internet, it is that the next twist usually arrives right when people think the story is finished. As the noise from the viral clip continued echoing across social media, the conversation slowly shifted from pure speculation to something bigger. What started as a short piece of footage had turned into a massive debate about parenting, privacy, and the strange power of the internet to amplify emotional moments. Once again, the spotlight landed squarely on Chrisean. while millions of strangers discussed the well-being of Chrisean Jesus Porter like they were part of a global panel of commentators. The situation had clearly grown beyond the original video. For Chrisean, the controversy added another complicated chapter to a public life that has rarely been quiet. Her career and personal struggles have often played out in front of cameras and live streams, turning moments that might normally stay private into viral headlines. Supporters argued that living under constant internet scrutiny makes every mistake or emotional moment appear 10 times bigger than it actually is. Critics, however, insisted that repeated controversies invite more questions and attention each time something new surfaces. The effect on public perception became impossible to ignore as the debate continued. Some viewers began expressing sympathy toward Chrisean, believing the internet had crossed the line from concern into relentless judgment. Others felt the discussion highlighted serious responsibilities that come with raising a child while living such a public life. In other words, the same footage created to completely different interpretations depending on who was watching. At the same time, many observers began stepping back and looking at the broader picture. Viral controversies often reveal more about internet culture than about the original situation itself. A short clip can ignite millions of opinions, turning strangers into analysts who argue passionately about details they barely understand. In this case, the discussion surrounding Junior became another example of how quickly social media transforms private moments into global debates. Some commentators began warning about the long-term consequences of this type of viral attention. Children connected to internet personalities can unintentionally become part of online narratives they never asked to join. Once a clip spreads across the internet, it is almost impossible to pull it back or erase the conversations surrounding it. The digital footprint of viral moments tends to stay visible long after the initial drama fades. Meanwhile, the internet continued doing what it does best by mixing serious conversations with sarcastic humor. Memes kept appearing across timelines, with some users joking that the debate felt like a dramatic episode of Maury where the audience waits for a final reveal. Others compared the entire situation to a chaotic reality show that never seems to run out of new plot twists. The humor spread quickly, even though the underlying topic remained serious. As days passed, the story slowly evolved into a broader conversation about responsibility and public life. Influencers, commentators, and everyday viewers began discussing the challenges of raising children while living in the spotlight of constant online attention. Some argued that the internet needs to learn when to show empathy rather than judgment. Others insisted that public figures must understand that viral attention often comes with intense scrutiny. The truth likely sits somewhere in the middle of those arguments. Social media has created a world where personal lives and public entertainment often overlap in unpredictable ways. A moment that might once have stayed within a small circle can now travel across the globe within minutes. When that happens, millions of people suddenly feel connected to a story they are only seeing through fragments. For Chrisean, the aftermath of this viral moment may become another reminder of how quickly narratives can spiral online. Reputation in the digital era is shaped not only by actions, but also by how the internet interprets those actions. Supporters will continue defending her, critics will continue questioning her, and the conversation will likely resurface whenever another headline appears. At the same time, the debate surrounding Junior has reminded many viewers of the human side behind viral content. A child at the center of online speculation can quickly become the focus of discussions that extend far beyond the original clip. That reality has made some observers call for greater caution before sharing or judging viral footage involving families. Eventually, the internet will move on, because it always does. A new controversy will appear, another headline will dominate the timeline, and the noise surrounding this clip will slowly fade into the endless archive of past viral debates. But the questions raised by the moment may linger longer than the memes themselves, because every time the internet turns a private moment into public entertainment, it reveals something about the culture we have created online. The speed of social media rewards dramatic reactions more than careful understanding. In that environment, even a short clip can ignite global discussions that feel impossible to control. For now, the story remains suspended in that familiar space between curiosity and controversy. People continue debating what the footage truly showed and whether the reaction was justified or exaggerated. What started as a brief viral clip has become a symbol of how powerful and unpredictable internet attention can be. And that is why the conversation surrounding Chrisean and Junior refuses to disappear quietly. The internet has a habit of returning to stories that mix emotion, mystery, and controversy. Whether the situation eventually receives clarification or simply fades into the background. One thing is already clear: the viral moment has left millions of viewers questioning not only what they saw, but also how quickly the internet turns a few seconds of footage into a worldwide debate. After everything we just unpacked, one thing should be painfully obvious. The internet doesn't simply watch drama anymore. It turns every viral moment into a worldwide debate within hours. One short clip appears, the timeline explodes, and suddenly millions of people are arguing like they're sitting in the jury box of the loudest courtroom on earth. That is the strange power of social media, where curiosity spreads faster than facts and controversy fuels the algorithm like rocket fuel. Stories like this are exactly why the internet never stays quiet for long. One day it is a viral clip, the next day it is celebrity drama, and before you know it, the entire timeline is acting like a panel of detectives solving a mystery. The reactions move fast, the opinions move even faster, and every comment section becomes a battlefield of hot takes and wild theories. In other words, the internet has turned everyday moments into unpredictable episodes of the world's biggest reality show.